Bitcoin is going sideways exactly as we expected, but other charts are setting up for massive gains here in the coming week. I will show you which coins I'm exactly looking at, what Bitcoin is doing, and how we're gonna take advantage of that. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this Saturday. For some weird reason, I thought it's already Sunday, but I think it's because my girlfriend is in the US and then I get confused with time zones. So we jump directly into the charts here. There was just something on the side that randomly popped up in my mind. So we jump directly into the charts here. Yesterday, the CME chart closed at $91,500 approximately. Today, right now, we are trading at around 90,500. Let me see here on this chart. Yeah, $90,600 respectively. I also need to move this here quickly around a little bit more into the frame. Then my camera there. So that is much better. So yeah, I expect here that over the weekend we most likely gonna stay in the current price range that we are in, but by tomorrow evening when the next weekly candle opens, we will see a move to the downside. That's at least what I'm anticipating sorry, the other way around. So we're gonna stay around the current price levels so that we have a CME gap to the upside leading into next week, and that will then cause continuation into higher price levels here to $93,000, $94,000, potentially even to $96,000 and $98,000, everything over the course of the next coming week. So here on the weekly chart, I just want to touch briefly on this. We got yesterday rejected from this downward sloping trend line, so which is of course still the case, at the $93,200 level. So we went not all the way up to $93,500 or $94,000, but we got pretty close to it. The stochastic RSI is still giving us here a buy signal, so even if we close this weekly candle as it is tomorrow, it is still bullish enough for us to get a continuation in the following week, plus that we are holding within the golden ratio. On the daily, here on this weekly chart, you actually see another multiple confluence levels. Why Bitcoin is struggling to break here above $93,000 is the 75 weekly moving average here, and the golden ratio coming in here at $92,640 to $94,300. Yeah, and this is right now, of course, some sort of resistance holding us down and prevent continuation past these levels. On the daily chart, here you can see really easy that also here the VPVR, that level that I had mentioned over the last couple of days, is another point of rejection. We tried to get close to it and got immediately smacked down. I want to line out here the exact level from where we got rejected so that you understand why that happened. Look over here to the left side. Here, level of support. So with a retest, support, continuation. Here we broke this and flipped this into support. Over here, the whole time it was support. Here we broke it. So that is also, once again, one of these small key levels where you need to pay attention to from where we got here currently rejected. That's why I warned you guys yesterday and said, hey, you can take that trade that was in the beginning playing out fairly well for us, but I said set always a tight stop loss, raise your stop losses, trail the stop losses up, because this can easily turn against you, and this is exactly what happened here. So, and how did I know this? First of all, experience, and I just saw it in the charts that this is just a logical move from a psychology perspective that market participants will most likely see occur over the course of yesterday's price action closer to the weekend. It happens every single time. So now I'm gonna tell you in a second what I see for the short-term outlook here over the next 2-3 days. But first, I want you that you go here to the waitlist if you want to learn directly from me and to understand how I'm able to predict these moves that were just a couple hours away from the prediction until it actually happened, then sign up to the wait list for my mentorship. Again, we are opening in 2 days. There I will help you to become profitable, guaranteed. The only caveat to this is I do this not for free, guys, so you have to pay for it, but you will become profitable guaranteed within 3 to 4 months. I'm gonna show you tomorrow case studies from 2 students that I helped over the last year basically to make them insane amount of monies. They made all over $100,000 in profit from a 4-figure number. So I'm gonna show you that. If you want to be the next one, then you should definitely go to the waitlist. It's in the top of the description. Sign up there, fill this out, and my team will get back to you if you're a good fit for us, because I only take 10 people for the next 6 to 8 months. So if you recall, I don't do this quite often, you know, that I push this. It's every 6 to 8 months because I really want to focus on everybody that's in this program and to give them the best and most attention possible to help them to become actually profitable, and that is only possible if I keep it to a really small number. So now here on this daily chart, don't want to stay here long on this. We are still with above this downward sloping trend line, and that's the most important thing to watch here right now. As long as we're staying above that, we should be fine with some sideways action and continuation to the upside. But regardless of that, I see here over the next 24 hours that we're going to get here a small move to the downside, not all the way to this downward sloping, upward sloping trend line, but here to like $89,000, $89,400. So why do I see specifically that level? First of all, it would be the bottom of the current EMA ribbon on the 4-hourly chart for once. And here the most important thing to watch with the EMA ribbon is that we are not seeing here multiple 4-hourly candle closes below the EMA ribbon, because then these the whole thesis and the whole game plan that I'm talking here in a second goes out of the window, you know, at least in the short term. So we need for this to stay above the EMA ribbon and follow more or less here this trajectory. So if I go now and take this and pull this a little bit lower, then you see we are more or less following this here right now. So, and here by tomorrow we should get a move here back to the upside into resistance of $92,400. Get another small pullback and then break finally above this in the new week, and then get here a lot of follow through. So if this is not happening and you see that we are rolling over below the EMA ribbon and this whole move to the upside and the flip here was a fake out, yeah, then we're gonna get another retest here of like the higher $80,000 levels. But for now, again, we are fine. Also in the MDX Algo Scalp Gradients, something really interesting that I'm seeing here right now is that the candles are cooling off here. In terms of the gradient, which is right now still fine, but also here a warning, if you have this indicator, if not, there's also in the description a link where you can get this. If you have this indicator, if this flips now from purple, so from here, this dark purple, flips into somewhat of a bluish color, pay attention, because that might be a sign, again, that my game plan goes out of the window, and then we go first lower, and we'll go all the way down here, into this buy-side sell cluster and into this order block here before we get continuation. Right now we are holding on to an order block, so but we get only pushed sideways here over the last 12 hours. 12 hours, and now with the new 4-hourly candle. We need a reclaim of the daily open by today, $90,800, to prevent that we slip here to the downside. So even if that would be happening, that small slip here is fine. What you don't want to see is something like this. So a short-term move here, really quick dip and back up, absolutely okay. That we stay down here, not okay. That is a problem. On the 50-minute time frame, I have mapped out now here the overall trading range with deviations above and below. I just gonna box them. So we have here a small deviation. Come on. Don't know why this is always moving around. It's pretty annoying when it happens. So here's one, then we have here a really big one. And then, yeah, and that's it for now. So, and here is something else that we need to be on the lookout. So unless this order block here, want to make this, let's make this red. So what do you guys think? Red is good? Yeah, so here, red. So unless this order block gets broken, Bitcoin is fine. if we break this order block here, Bitcoin is in trouble and we will go lower. And you see here, this is around $89,500. I'm still, again, not ruling out to get like a flash wick below this and then come back up. So why? Because here is some imbalance. Oh, I thought I still have the box. So here. So here is an imbalance in this block here, and also just below this there's another imbalance. So we could come and clean these imbalances, but here the last one down here, this is like the last line of defense. So from there we need to get a bounce back to the upside. And even if we are starting to move here into these areas, you want to that this is happen really, really quickly. Not that this is like an excruciating slow grind into these levels. You want this to be happening like in a 3-4 step move and then straight back up with a nice bullish engulfing candle back to the upside. Now let's talk about a trading competition, because there is a new trading competition, guys. I will take part in this competition from Monday onwards. So, and the competition is happening on WEEX. They have something insane going on here right now. You should definitely pay attention, guys. First of all, there's right now only 2 people that have signed up so far, because I just got the link. Here, my manager told me, if we generate, not much, if we only generate, what was that, $2.5 million in volume, which is nothing, that's like technically one trade with $25,000 at 100x as an example, you know, or $250,000 on 10x, so it's not crazy to generate this. There is $80,000 that will go back to our communities, to the top 10 people that are in terms of trading volume. So you should definitely go and check this out. There is a link in the description, and still all the other perks are valid, guys. You know, so the $30,000 deposit bonus that you get $400 if you bind your phone, email address, and download the app, plus $500 deposit gets you another $400. This is still all valid, you know. And of course, if you deposit the $500 and reach out to me or my team, you get access to that private Telegram group here that only people get access to that are part of that, where I handhold you to turn $500 into $10,000. If you cannot use WEEX, guys, go to TapBit, same thing. Now let's talk about the liquidation levels. Here, also here you can see that we are slipping potentially briefly to the bottom of the current over leveraged liquidity area, which is at $89,500 once again. Don't want to sound like a broken record with that level, but if we go lower and we go to the 50 moving average, which should act as support, then you see that would be already at $88,000 right now. So, and this is a level where I'm currently looking at to add to my current Bitcoin trade, which is still running, by the way, and just add more, basically increase my position size at that moment if we are going all the way down here. But I see here also cocky shorters coming in with high leverage, which is good. Also here in that block, I see new shorters, because here these yellow and orange lines, they are new. So, and that will give us nice fuel to push here in past $94,000-$95,000. Over the weekend, you see here why we are trapped, because we have liquidity stacked above us, liquidity stacked below us. Tomorrow at some point we're gonna fish for this liquidity. I expect that we are first going down and then go up, because we did the exact opposite yesterday with that fake move that I warned about. So, and usually sorry guys, when you have the fake move happening, the real move is inverse. So yesterday we moved up first, then we went lower, and it trapped a lot of people, exactly as I told you guys. Now the exact opposite will happen tomorrow around market opening and new daily candle, weekly candle. So that means we're gonna go first down, then we go up, because we have the CME gap then anyway when we go lower, and then we go up close to CME gap, push higher, go past here $91,700, and then if I go here to like the monthly, then you see here that will be the target over the next 2 weeks here. $97,000, $98,000 in that vicinity, I see Bitcoin definitely trading here. Yeah, I would say 10th, 11th December, somewhere around these dates, we're gonna trade close or above $100,000 again. USDT dominance bouncing here from 5.9%, not good, but it's fine. It's a shallow bounce for now, with a tweezer bottom. Don't want to ignore that. There we put in here tweezer bottom, these two candles here. But today there's not really a lot of volume coming in and changing trajectory of the overall market. So as long as that remains so shallow, there will be just a lower high and then continuation to the downside. The same with the Bitcoin dominance. Here you see this is already looking more like the inverse, like a spinning top. So if we close today as it is, expect by tomorrow another break below 59%. So once we get here, a really decisive move to the downside with like a big candle. Doesn't matter if it's slightly above 59, if it's slightly below 59, you know, if we go here a little bit sideways and then get here this crazy move, that big candle. This big candle will be the nail in the coffin that we have broken 59% and will not come for like a couple of months back above that 59% level. On the total free market cap, same thing like yesterday. As long as we are above that downward sloping trend line, we are fine getting continuation for next week. So I'm just going to move on because here nothing really changed. In terms of Ethereum, so I hope that some of you guys listened to me yesterday and you got stopped out on your Ethereum trade. If you did, absolutely fine. Short term, it looks like that we are potentially, as long as we are holding $2,977, getting a bounce from here and retest the upward sloping trend line. So, and that means it's a shallow bounce. So that is like a 3% bounce more or less. So it is tradable if you want to trade this from current levels. But the risk for me personally is a little bit too high, that we are getting a shallow move here to the upside, roll over and go then a little bit lower. And then you get here that continuation move to the upside. So right now I'm not interested in trading this because we broke this upward sloping trend line. Reclaim the trend line and you can slowly scale back into your trade if you got stopped out. But in the, otherwise, just wait for at least Monday and see how things are playing out here. Solana here did not break the downward sloping trend line. That's why I said if you want to play it safe, that's the level from where you want to enter. We got hard rejected from the horizontal level at $141.50 with a bearish engulfing candle to the downside, coinciding with the downward sloping trend line here. Currently sitting at a temporary support level over here at $136 approximately. But also this looks like that we are here getting in the short term either some more sideways movement or also a fake move to the downside before we come back up and then push here in direction of $150 and beyond that. Until that move has happened or I see a little bit more sideways chop. Also here I'm not interested. Best thing that you can do is wait for this downward sloping trend line to be broken and enter then at the break. Regardless where that break happens, that is where you want to enter this. Other coins that I'm watching right now is Hype. So what did I tell you guys? The last time when we spoke about this, we are now around the entry level here again. I told you these these rising wedge patterns cannot be trusted with Hype because here that move to the downside that we've seen over here would have given you the assumption, oh, this is ready now to break completely down here, and that this this rising wedge pattern would now play out and go to the technical target of just below $30. But instead, we got a nice bullish engulfing candle back into the rising wedge pattern and continuation, and right now we're just going sideways. And I can promise you already, the next candle will look like this. So if you want to enter this here, of course, there's always the probability that it turns against you and actually retests the wick here before it moves higher. But the probability here to take the trade are in your favor right now. So if you want to take this trade, you can do this. It's like an 11.4% trade roughly with a 3.35% stop loss. You don't want to over leverage. I had somebody in my DMs, somebody out of my team told me this. Absolutely over leveraging, absolutely over position sizing. You know, he is at 1/3 of his capital that he had initially because he does obviously not know what he's doing. You know, so but this was unrelated to what I do here on YouTube. So, but yeah, he lost 1/3. He has left 1/3 of the amount that he was playing with. It's not all his money, but what he is playing with. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't oversize. Don't over leverage. You know the risk that you feel comfortable with. So here on this, I would use like 5x leverage. You know, I lose maybe 15%, but I can make like 57%. You know, on this trade. So this is worth it. You know, so I can take 3 more trades like that before the 4th will be potentially only break me even. You know, get me all the money back. So there's like 4 chances to actually make this work with a setup like that. So this is what's going on in my mind when I look at something like this. You know, if I get stopped out, fine, I try again. If I get stopped out, I try again. As long as it's not more than 5 times, I will still end up making money, even if it happens on the 4th time, you know. Now here, Zcash is also looking really, really strong and ready for another move to the upside. We were for a long time, I think since the 10th, no, even further than that. So we were here, yeah, since Halloween. Halloween really was like the last time we were here in this area of like $400. I don't see Zcash slipping further down. This looks more to me like by tomorrow you're gonna get a break here, a violent break of this falling wedge pattern to the upside. Yeah, past $500 again, or close to $500, because here the MACD is turning around, showing us that momentum is favoring already the bulls. The RSI is turning around, and the stochastic RSI is also ready to pinch up here to give us a buy signal. The only thing that we need for this to be happening is that we close today's candle as it is. That's the only thing that we need. Stay above $461, $62. You see here, this is flipping lighter red, dark red all the time on the MACD. So we are talking about 20 cents difference. So if we go like to $462, the MACD has a lighter red candle. Tomorrow will be lighter red candle that pushes the price already a little bit higher. And then we are back above $500. That honestly, I think Zcash here right now, for today, that might be one of the easiest coins to trade here for the next week, where you get in now or tomorrow, and then you just trade this here into $600 as the resistance. So hi Michael, I see you in the chat here, guys. Guys, also smash up the like button. Let's try to get a couple more people in here while I'm still on the stream. So I want to see here some other coins that we potentially can trade. I had earlier something here. THETA was something that I had on the map. Let's see on the weekly chart. So here, yeah. So these are coins that I'm also looking at for my December game plan. Here, I will not even wait for this downward sloping trend line to break, because that is for me now a take profit target, because when we get up there from current price levels, that is like already like a 75% move, you know. So here I only need like 3x leverage, 4x leverage. I don't need to go crazy on this to make like insane money, you know. So I can use $10,000. If I use $10,000 and it goes up here and I use 4x leverage, that's 300%. I make $300, and this can happen with in a time span of like the next 2 weeks, you know. So why would I not do that? This is nice Christmas money, to be honest. So the only thing what you don't want is that, that it turns around and goes here all the way to fill that wick down here. In terms of support levels, from where I would take that long, we're close to it. There's 2 levels that you want to look at. You want to look here at $33 roughly, and then the other one is just up here. So $32 and $38. These are both levels from where you want to take the trade. I understand. So this is a big range. This like, yeah, look at this. So this is like almost a 20% range. But these are the only 2 levels from where I would like to take the trade. You can of course go into lower time frames to find like a more precision entry if you want to. But here, for example, on the 4-hourly, there's nothing. On the daily, looks like that we come down to the 32 cent mark. So I would just wait, you know. So I would set my limit orders here at 32 cents and just wait that it's yeah, touching it. If not, break 38, I enter from there. Even from 38 cents, it breaks that and it goes up here, it's 68.5%. You know, this is way more than enough. You don't even need leverage if you don't want to use leverage. And I think that will be one of the plays that I would personally trade without leverage here for the month of December, because I know for a fact that we are gonna go to the upward sloping trend line up here when we break this smaller downward sloping trend line. So trust me, these trend lines, they're so powerful, you have no idea. People call it stupid, you know, to trade these trend lines. I trade them for 6 years, and every single time when I was ignoring them and thought that I'm smarter than just trading trend lines, I ended up with a loss. If I traded trend lines, I was making money. You know, it's sometimes really that easy. So just watch that here on the daily chart. So if it breaks this downward sloping trend line, this is definitely a go. And you're going to see that it will snap to 67 cents faster than you can look. Another coin that I want to have a look at was here, potentially even XRP. So XRP, let's see what's going on with XRP. Let's remove all of this. XRP. So that was just a deviation here out of that. So we're technically still in this. Here 29 cents, $2.29 is what I would be looking at there. That is currently resistance. Break that resistance, it's a go. And otherwise, if it rolls over, comes back to like $2.08, also this is a go to enter this. And then I would trade this to $2.64, 65, and potentially all the way up to $3. You know, so I'm looking right now at positions that we can trade over the next month or two and just hold it. You know, we're just gonna hold it for 2 to 3 months and make crazy money on these positions. So especially because I have some money coming in next week and the week after that, I allocate all this money now in long-term positions for like the next 2-3 months and just let them run, you know, on super low leverage, because I believe that we're gonna see here massive fireworks for us in major altcoins. So, and especially Dino coins. Dino coins are in every single cycle the coins that move first. So, and they did not make a new all-time high yet. Okay, Ripple did, you know, so, but because it was news driven. But otherwise, no. All the other Dino coins did not make a new all-time high. THETA did not make a new all-time high. THETA, the all-time high is at $15. So, so that's why like there's so much upside, you know, in these old Dino coins. Not saying they're gonna make new all-time highs, but most of them go like halfway or a little bit higher or closer to their original all-time high, you know. So yeah, it's too easy right now. Too easy. If you know the right coins that you can play here. The same with THETA, ANKR. These are all coins that are catching up now. Also ICP is still good here. Monero put a new all-time high. Is also here rampaging back to the upside. So these are all good coins that you can just buy right now and you hold them. You know, you don't need to leverage trade on them. You can just buy and hold them, and I guarantee you they're gonna do. Monero maybe does here another 1x, so that it goes like to $1,000 in the cycle. But like THETA, ANKR, and Ripple and all these other coins, they can still do like 2-3x before the cycle is over. Guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you know the drill, guys, that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you again tomorrow.